Well, it's 7 o'clock on November 17th, and we are doing a Hangout on air for once instead of a normal, regular, non-streamed Hangout. Nobody's here currently in the room, but I thought I would go ahead and get started. We did want to share what's going on in the Google universe and in specifically developer land. I do have a circle where I have included pretty much any of the Google technologies that people might be interested in. And so that makes browsing through latest news and things pretty easy on Google+. You may have heard Google+ and Google Photos have both gotten recent updates. Less concern for developers, more for the layperson, but Google Plus is a good one to look at to see that they've gone. Oh, I have someone who wants to come in. The other thing that may be conflicting right now, schedule-wise, is that the Chrome Dev Summit is going on currently, and that I know is probably pulling people away. I'm trying to figure out here. Let's see if I can. We'll split this out. How about those? The Chrome Dev Summit is going on. There's been a lot of stuff currently. I think they're going over Polymer, a State of the Union, and then Rob Dodson in an hour, I guess, or so, will be doing some progressive Polymer web development. Let me just quickly here. Carlos was trying to get in touch with me and pull that off. There we go. Okay. Let's see here. I need to link the Hangout. Let's see if this one gets it. All right. So current Google news, there's been a number of Android developments. Many people have been talking about a lot of the Android M things. I would recommend going to the TriDroid meetup and DevDroid if you're interested in Android. Google Cloud Platform, I think for the December meeting, I'm going to do a meetup about, we'll do a combination of Google Cloud and Google Apps, talking about bootstrapping like a startup from starting with Google Apps through to using Google Platform, Cloud Platform, and specifically looking at Google App Engine implementation of that with custom URLs that you may have your own name server and things like that for. YouTube recently rolled out YouTube Red, their paid service. There's a YouTube Music now that combines with the Play Music that people can subscribe to. Let's see, what else did we have? Cloud. I feel like there was some news in the cloud. The Google Design Summit, I think, is finished now, but they had some stuff about material design. Let's see here. And then other than that, just consistent updates and things for pretty much all of the Google properties. I did want to do a quick rundown of how DevFestNC went. this past weekend. Let's see, is that right? No, 2 weekends ago now. We had a good turnout. I think my rough count is that we had somewhere around 75 people grand total show up. Not all of them hung around the whole time, but I'll share some photos from that. Let's see here. We do have a number of, maybe I'll show this too. The GDG Triangle has a YouTube channel, and if you're interested in any of the videos that we put together, either using Hangouts on Air or for our monthly meetings, they can be found on our channel, which I believe is, I think it's linked in our profile, but if not, I will go get that on our profile on Google+. But you can watch some of the videos from DevFestNC, and then any of the new things that we post will show up there as they come. Lots of good stuff, lots of good talks happened. I would recommend Carlos's, and also, let's see, I think we had, let's see, there were some other good ones here. Angular design, Angular material with Michael Prentice. This one was probably for a front-end developer doing JavaScript. Ken's talk on Hot Draw was eye-opening in a lot of ways. And then if you're interested in Internet of Things, Burr did a good demo presentation first thing in the morning. And we did have some audio problems and connection problems with some of the Hangouts. So you'll see some of these videos, the audio is either not present or not good. And I apologize for that. We will hope to remedy that in future DevFests. So that's our YouTube channel. I think if you look for GDG Triangle, it will come up. Yeah. And so this video obviously will also be available on that channel. But back to pictures of DevFestNC, and just a recap. That I used a photo that I had taken at I/O this year, and I heard someone come in to the venue and say, "This doesn't look anything like the photo," and I guess I need to do a little better about making sure that's not false advertising there. But we had, like I said, about 75 people. We had plenty of treats, and the venue at North Carolina School of Science and Mathematics was pretty amazing for us to use. These first 3 years now, we haven't really gotten sponsorship at the level that a larger conference might. Google graciously foots the bill for a lot of things, and so we were able to use that money to provide food and some of the other things that we were giving to attendees. Additionally, the Project Tango folks gave us some swag to give away, and I think overall, I think everything went well, other than maybe some of the recording problems. We did have plenty of feedback from people about things that we could improve on, but I think as far as doing it at NCSSM, I think that will be something we will do going forward. I was really excited. This is a group of fourth graders from Magellan Charter School that came to talk about, specifically that they gave a talk on their project with recycling and reusing, specifically in their case, I think straws was what they were looking at. But they also do Lego robotics. So it was just good to have some people that weren't just stuffy old engineers of some sort, and give them a chance to get up on stage and share. We also, this was the people that closed out the day with us, and they walked away with random swag from boxes, and hopefully they all got a chance to enjoy the day. I did give a code, walk through a quick code lab, going through the use of Firebase and using it for your data in a web app. I will try to get that documented more, but for those that are interested, if you have questions or anything about Firebase or any of the stuff that might have been covered at the conference from any of the speakers, definitely shoot me an email. The email for the group is gdg.triangle@gmail.com, and I will either connect you with the speaker or help in whatever way I can. Future plans. Let's see. I think that was the next thing on the agenda. Let's see. It said Google developer related items. Recap. Group logistics. So one of the things that I consistently mention, I hopefully mention at every meeting, is that I am looking for people to help organize. I was connected with someone at DevFestNC that is interested in heading up our Triangle area Women Tech Makers group. We will be, I will post something about this, but we will be hosting a Hangout for anyone interested in joining to help organize this group. I am the current organizer and only organizer, and it is a more than a one-person job, and that's frequently why things don't run quite as smoothly as they could. The Women Tech Makers program is pretty cool. It's kind of a subset of our Google developer group, and but independently, Google sponsors and does things specific to women tech makers, especially during I believe it was the month of March, February or March. They did like National Women Awareness, and did a lot of events in that. They also put on an event prior to Google I/O, usually where they get women tech maker leads to come together and kind of just share and have a good time. In addition to those things, organizing the group as far as setting the standard for the expectations of leading and organizing. Don't think that it's a deep commitment of your time and energy. I want to try to partner with people as much as possible. I need to get in touch with those that have shown interest, and we'll set up the Hangout, as I mentioned, to just go over expectations and things of Google Developer Group organizers and kind of how the group works. We are not run by Google, but we definitely take input and are involved with things Google is doing. In addition to that, I am trying to move to getting a web page set up for the group so that we can kind of go away from strictly using Google+. To that end, I think the December meeting will look a lot at how that's working and the process that's involved with. We're using Google Apps for businesses, and that provides a lot of cool things that we can do going forward. And so that'll be in December. We'll look at that, and then we'll take a look and see next year, as far as the calendar goes, what days we want to set as our regular monthly meeting. This year we did fairly consistently did the third Tuesday of the month, and I'd like to continue trying to have a regular monthly meeting in addition to any other events that we might put on. And so look for a poll or something about that, just to get input from everybody. This is a community, so I want to point out that we do have a Google Plus community for both the group and the Women Tech Makers. If you're interested in either of those things, those have been underutilized at this point, but I feel like they're a place where we can post things specific to the group, but also just generally you'll be able to reach a number of people that are subscribed to those things. And then finally, I guess if we can get someone else in, I can stop being the only one talking. But finally, the end of the year is coming up, so there's a lot of things leadership-wise that I would like to do. There seemed to be a lot of interest in doing a Project Tango event, hackathon, where we could once again get a whole bunch of Tango devices. So be on the lookout for that. I'd also like to probably at the same time or potentially at another weekend do a polymer event where we could go over similar to what we did at DevFest the year previous to this one, where we would do a polymer, I want to say, what is it called? The website it's hackademic.com. Or Hackademic? Probably going to get it wrong. It's Hackademic. There we go. A Polytechnic event, and we'll go through this. If you're interested in leading any of the talks or the code labs for that, or the Tango event that we'd probably be doing early in the year, let me know. Always happy to have people come give talks and things like that. I do want to point out we had a lot of people at DevFestNC that had never given talks before, and I think enjoyed the opportunity. We're a laid back group. We're not going to be critical, and hopefully you'll get good feedback that'll help you flourish as a developer. All right, let's see here. I'm going to see if anyone else has joined. There are two people viewing. That's good. If you're viewing live and don't have access to the Hangout, I feel like there is probably a way to do this, but let's see. If you don't have access to get into the Hangout, let's see here. It's probably something on my end that I need to do, and I thought by inviting the group that would fix it, but it may have not been the right thing to do. Let me see. Oh, all right. So just watching. Let's see. So if you're interested in Project Tango, it's view only. All right. I'm not sure how to make it not view only. We can let's do this. Might as well. Let's go. Okay. New Google Plus layout. For those that didn't hear at the beginning, the Google Plus and Google Photos both got a overhaul on their design, and it's fully responsive now. So as it shrinks, you'll see that things get responsively resized and positioned. And all right, let's look at, well, I am not sure where the events ended up. We'll go back here. That is interesting. Okay. Profile. I'm guessing some of the links haven't been put in correctly, but well, let's see here. For those that have tried to get into the Hangout, let's see here if I can do. Here we go. Haha. I found the Hangout link, and I will post it in the event right now so that people can get in. I'm not entirely sure why the invitation didn't allow that, but all right. So now people should be able to come in and talk, which is hopefully the goal I had with this. All right. So let's see if I stop sharing. All right, we're here. I'm here actually. Part of the reason this had to be a Hangout today is that I'm in Massachusetts for work. So coming off DevFest, I kind of anticipated this would be a video meeting anyway, just because obviously I spent a lot of time putting DevFest together, and other people spent lots of time preparing their presentations and things, and I just wanted to be able to give them some time off from going to meetings. Jared is here. Hip hip hooray.
Hey, what's up?
Well, I've been sitting here talking to myself for 20 minutes.
Thanks. So hold on. Sorry, I had you on my laptop, but that wasn't working right. And now they're off sync, so I had to pause my laptop. So
yeah, I was trying to figure out. I'm learning more about the bad things that I don't know how to do with Google Hangouts, apparently.
Yeah, that was something wonky because all I could do was watch it. I couldn't, I don't know if it's me or anything. I tried it on both of my computers here, my Mac and my Windows system, because I was like, oh, maybe my Mac's just wrong.
Yeah, but so for those well, here, I guess I could. This will be weird. I'll share my Hangout screen. For those that are interested, if you would like to share, Hangouts have this weird. That's awesome. This weird. So it has a links, and this will give you essentially the read only. If you want to actually get a link to share with people, you actually have to go to the invite people, and you will get a actual link to share with people to get into the Hangout. I originally had sent an invitation via this method using the circle that I have for the people who have shown interest in the GDG, and it did not work apparently. Or at least it didn't send an email or something. I don't know what it did.
Yeah. I was hunting around, but I didn't see anything.
Well, so have you been watching the Chrome Dev Summit at all?
No, I didn't watch any of it today. I'm trying to read some of the summaries from it. I mean, I haven't seen any of it, but reading some of the summary stuff has been interesting.
Yeah.
You know, they're really pushing the push notifications from apps bit.
Yeah.
And then the fact that 80% of people only engage with their top 3 apps or whatever.
Yeah. Well,
80% of time. 80% of time is spent in the top 3 apps.
Yeah. I just caught the end of the Internet of Things one, and it was really funny because they showed a statistic, or no, I guess it was the security one. I caught that one. But she was saying that how many people allow, when a website on mobile, when a website asks if you can share your location, what percentage of people approve that? It's 3% or 6% or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And so, on mobile web, I think it was 18%. Is that what it was that allow push notifications, something like that.
Huh.
But I think what her whole premise was that people are asking for permissions like on load when they don't really need them until the user says something to designate that they really, at this point now I'm interested in using location. Okay,
Right.
that's when you.
I wonder if that. I wonder if that's going to get much more interesting now that Marshmallow, I believe Marshmallow allows granular controls as well.
Yeah,
where
so
you can.
they were talking about a security spec for permissions. So it's the ability, because most people do onload requests because you have to know that it's available to then try, and if you have to ask for permission to know if it's available.
Right.
So do that on load because it's like otherwise you're going to multiple hops when the person clicks on something.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wonder if you talk about how very few people allow location. I wonder if they're going to start seeing apps that they'll track that, and then I wonder if people won't allow it for apps and stuff anymore either.
Yeah, and with M, especially since it's granular controls. Yeah.
Yep. I know that's one of the biggest things that I've missed from having a iOS device. Although I run Cyanogen, and Cyanogen lets me give granular controls to everything.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was kind of one of the things I liked was they actually showed how one of the things they liked was how iOS did permission requests. Right.
Yeah, it's much better than but Android's catching up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that's interesting. What was I going to say too? There was something else that I ran across. No, I haven't seen that. I was catching up on I was watching the keynote from Angular Connect earlier today to catch up on some of the stuff that they're doing with Angular 2 and Angular 1 and everything. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, we looked today at they have the NG upgrade repo.
Right.
And I don't know. I didn't know, but I thought it was like a tool to migrate from 1 to 2. Which in my head I was like, man, that must have been really complex to program. And it's a repo with tips and tricks and like direct paths of how to upgrade, not like a tool.
Not a tool. I think I heard that they're going to make some tooling available, but
they had in the repo there was a folder called automated tools, and we clicked on it, and it's like, oh, it's a README that says, because some of these processes will probably be able to be automated, there will probably be tools.
I honestly think they've been waiting, with beta out. So I don't know if the beta is supposed to be out any day now.
Yeah.
Because at Angular Connect, what was that, a week ago, I guess, they said they wanted to have the beta out, but they just hadn't quite polished enough edges. So they were saying 2 to 6 weeks. So hopefully right before the end of the year. But I'll bet you once the beta hits and it's really stabilized more, they'll start looking at that, because it doesn't make a lot of sense to invest in those tools before you're actually transitioning to.
Yeah. I have played a little bit with TypeScript and Angular 2 and have enjoyed what the combination is good. So
right.
I'm looking forward to what they start honing in on as far as the final release. But at this point, I don't know. I know you have similar constraints with your stuff as I do, and browser
jQuery right now.
Browser compatibility is an issue.
I'm not that bad, actually. I think we only have to support IE 10 and up. Yeah. Browser compatibility isn't bad, but yeah, I mean, I'm just stuck in jQuery land.
Yeah.
So.
The unnamed library.
Let's see if I know of anything else that's been going on there. Not really. I'm interested in checking out their revamp of Google Plus a little bit more, but
yeah,
it sounds like they figured out that they have a niche and they're going to try and mine that niche instead of trying to be everything.
Yeah, which I mean, I'm not surprised, and I guess we'll see how it shapes up. The Google Photos thing, like the big thing with that one was the ability to delete things off your device because they've been backed up. I think that one will be helpful for people like with all that.
Right. Yeah, definitely. I've had a weird hodgepodge of backups that I've done. I didn't know that I was backing up to OneDrive, but I was. I knew that I set it up and like signed up for the camera roll, but I thought I unsigned. But really, I had to check it out recently because I was annoyed with them, and we're getting rid of our free storage stuff that they.
Yeah.
But yeah, back up to Google or storage. I don't do it through Google Photos, so I don't get free storage for mine. Mine uses my storage limit, but I use like a third-party app to back it up into my own folder instead.
Mine goes to my
want to make sure it's available, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So I'll probably switch over, though, because it's so much easier, and then I get free storage for the stuff I upload that way.
Yeah, yep.
So
let's see. I recently got my Nexus 6P, and I had a Nexus 6 and liked it, but the 6P is by far head and shoulders above a better phone. So,
oh yeah,
just in like, I mean, part of it is definitely Android M helps with battery life and things like that. But like the camera and just the feel of the phone, I'm interested to see what types of apps people put out that end up using the fingerprint sensor.
right.
It's fairly fast. Like if I stick my finger on it, it's sub 1 second for it to respond. So it doesn't feel slow at all, which I was skeptical about. But
yeah, I've heard it's just as fast as the iOS one for the most part.
Yeah.
I was actually, I mean, this isn't Google, but I was actually excited. There's a company, I can't remember who they are, who's working on a new fingerprint reader technology.
Oh.
That's going to work different than all these existing ones. And they demoed it somewhere recently, but one of the really cool things was it works even if your finger's like dirty or other stuff because it uses a scan.
Yeah, I guess I don't know if I'll have to watch out for that. I don't know if mine will work like that.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't think I have anything else that I have.
Yeah, I did. I didn't really have anything to talk about other than the bare minimum of things I've been keeping up with. I figured we'd get a few more people, but I'm all right with calling it early too.
I'm guessing everyone. Well, if anyone else tried to join, they probably had the same problem.
They have the event link, probably not the Hangout link. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, because that was the one that, like, if I went to Google Plus directly or whatever, and that was the one that was there was the event link.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I send them to myself too, just to make sure I get in. And I thought what would happen is that you click on the link, you'd get to the event, and then you can click. Before you used to click on the Hangout, like the word Hangout,
right,
and it would open up, and it doesn't do that anymore.
No, it's changed a little bit.
Yeah. All right. Well, no one's watching right now either, so I think I'll call it a night.
All right.
For those that do watch this after the fact, we will be meeting in December. Let me double check on date for that. I think it's somewhere around the 17th, maybe. So understandably, knowing that Christmas is coming up, no, it's the 15th. So Tuesday, December 15th, we will be doing something related to Google Cloud Platform as it pertains to using Google Apps for Business. So I think it'll be interesting if you have a startup idea to see how you can use that. And you'll see kind of all the things that I've gone through to use it, like your own custom domain and all that. All right. And with that, good night and good luck.